entrepreneur? Come and visit DTI for more information. So, tara na! Pasok tayo!
The Philippine Department of Trade and Industry, or in Filipino, Kagawaran ng Kalakalan at Industriya, abbreviated as DTI, is the executive department of the Philippine government tasked to expand Philippine trade, industries, and investment as the means to generate jobs and raise incomes for Filipinos. It acts as a catalyst for intensified private sector activity in order to accelerate and sustain economic growth through comprehensive industrial growth strategy, progressive and socially responsible trade liberalization, and the regulation programs and policy making designed for the expansion and diversification of Philippine trade, both domestic and foreign. In Digos City, DTI is located at 2nd floor Medic Pharma Building, corner Doña Aurora Corredor Street. Headed by the Provincial Director, Ms. Dr. Delia Ayano, their office consists of 4 main divisions: Business Development Division, Consumer Welfare and Trade Development Division, Investment Promotion and Business Licensing Unit, Finance and Administrative Unit.
We are here now at DTI Digos City to interview Dr. Delia Ayano about how communication works inside the organization. Together with us are 2 interviewers, Jane May Sedon and Miss Mary Grace Cane. Let's go inside.
Morning, ma'am!
Good morning.
How did the DTI conduct their internal communication?
The way we handle internal communication is we have our own logbook, wherein every time that communication arrives, communication is already within us, we have to log it in our logbook. But of course, there are 2 kinds of the communications. There are communication which is a handwritten one. There is also a communication which is in the form of soft copy, and that is through email. So we have also the strategies in handling both the hard copy and the soft copy of communications. For the hard copy, we have the logbook. For the soft copy, of course, we can monitor that through our emails. And then once information arrives, we have a secretary to take charge of that. And we have this what we call the particular. Because if it is urgent, we really have to put in there. Yes. There are also several kinds of communication. We have what we call the urgent and important. We also have the urgent but not important. We have not urgent, not important, and we also have important but not urgent. That is why that is also as a guideline, as a guide for me to act on the what I will be acting upon immediately is the urgent and important. For the encounter communication, we have columns for that. So the first column is, of course, those communications will be coursed through immediately to the head of the office. So if I am out, because no one is indispensable in the organization, if I am out, somebody takes care of my post, and that is my officer in charge. So if you can see on my calendar of events, if you look at that, the calendar of events, that there are divisions there. So I have the BDD division and the officer. So we will be able to look at it as to who is the responsible officer of that communication. So that in terms of the control, for example, we are required to submit a report. So I can just immediately monitor very easily as who that person is, the officer that is in charge of that communication. So, and then in the logbook that I am referring to you can also see that there is this action steps. So from the PD or the provincial director, it goes to the division chiefs, for example. They also have to sign it, to acknowledge that they received the communication so that there will be a traceability. Because there are officers whose communication will get lost along the way. So we do not like to have that happen. So for us, we have what we call the traceability. So every communication that comes into our organization, to our office, we make sure that it reaches to the provincial director if it is official. Because we are referring to the official communication. of course, there are personal communications addressed to the staff, but the PD has nothing to do with that. But for the official communication, everything must be addressed to the provincial director and must be also acted upon by the provincial directors through the different divisions. So I'm saying that there are 3 divisions. We have the Consumer Welfare Division, we also have the Business Development Division, and we have the Finance and Administrative Division, depending on the communication. So the provincial director is going to give that or to refer that to the different division. But there are also communications. This comes directly to me. I have to act on it immediately. So that is for the internal communication. So aside from that internal communication, of course there are policies in the organization which also believe that it is a part of the internal communication. So we have, I'll give you an example. We have a policy for from the Civil Service Commission. That policy is being reiterated by the National Office of the DTI, being reiterated by the Regional Office of the DTI, and being reiterated here in the Provincial Office through a provincial memorandum order. I'll give you an example, wearing of office uniform. But for the provincial directors, we are exempted from wearing uniform. So if you can see around, because today, the motive for today is white.
Yes.
So everyone wears white, yes, wears white in the outside of this office, because we are also allowed to just wear para it is just a color-coded dress, no? But of course, it is a decent dress for the gentlemen, decent polo. So those are the specifications found in our provincial memorandum order, and that is also a way of our internal communication.
So, how about in the office, ma'am? Can you give percentage of it? You use pen and paper, then the emails,
Okay.
SMS text, and even phone calls.
Okay. So all that you said, we all have that. And for the telephone, of course, for the Vigo City, Bansalan, Santa Cruz, we can contact them through telephones. But for those who are living in the far-flung areas, we have that. For me, I have my hotline because as the head of the agency, I am required to be 24-hour service of duty, especially when there are calamities. We used to open the emails every day because it's the fastest way in communication. And after that, we have just to try to get in touch, to call, get in touch with the person. So email is very important. As you can see, it is always, my email is always open because from time to time, we really have to look at it for updates.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. So, if you don't mind me asking, ma'am, how many percent of your time is spent to your work?
Okay. So as to the percentage, I mentioned earlier that 20%, but of course I really have to have a time for my family. Because I also believe in a balanced life. And I wanted to live a balanced life. And that is why Monday to Friday, so even if I come early, there are times that I come to office at 6:30 in the morning, then move out from the office at this time. But during Saturdays and Sundays, I make sure that Saturday will be intended for my family, and that Sunday will be intended for God. I guess everyone wants to have a balance. And of course, he also wanted to have that one, and that's why it is also a struggle, because I am a very workaholic woman, no? As you can see me in the school and everywhere, I'm a very workaholic woman, but it is my struggle, and I also pray to God that I can have a balance, like quality time for the family. So that is after going to mass, and that makes me very alive and happy. So that is my life.
Since DTI is a government organization, so how did you connect with the people who are not aware of the DTI? So what are your process, ma'am, or what are you doing in order for them to reach us?
Now, you're talking about the awareness of the people. So we do it, of course, we partner with the media. So who are these people? We partner with the radio stations, with TV stations, with the Philippine Information Agency. We partner with the news. So many newspapers. We partner with them. Now, aside from that, we have our regular program. We normally conduct that in the info dissemination campaign through universities, colleges, secondary schools. But now we have this very new program which is just launched last July 6th, and we call the program as BRACES. So what is this BRACES? BRACES stands for Barangay Regulatory Advocacy for Consumer Education Seminar, wherein we partner with the barangay captains. We wanted to capacitate the barangay captains so that whenever there are consumer complaints, instead of going directly to the DTI, they can already mediate at their level. But of course, is that if those complaints cannot be mediated within their level, of course, that will be endorsed to the DTI.
Thank you for your great time.
Okay, it's also nice talking to you, and I also appreciate your coming over here, and I also like to thank you for visiting us here in the DTI.
Sa mga consumer rights, magtanong, alamin. May mga karapatan kayo. Ipaglaban nyo.
A public service message by the Department of Trade and Industry.